Get that money, secure that bag, ayy. Boss up, get that money, secure that bag, ayy. Boss up, boss up, boss up. Get that money, get that money. She a queen and they love her cause she got her own place, own car, and she black on.
What's up, y'all? This is Shayla Boyd coming from Elysion Collective Services, LLC. Listen, we are in the last month of 2021, and again, you know, this is the time where I've seen so many people on their grind like never before. It is such an amazing sight to see. But just what keep in mind though, you have to start somewhere. You have to keep in mind and remember what your goal is, what the reason why you're doing what you're doing. Just use this last month to kind of relax, release, collect all the things that you've gone through over these past 11 some months, and then kind of dump it into this last month. But just keep in mind though, everything's not going to happen overnight. Don't develop the popcorn syndrome, as we say. And I want to come to you guys from my book, Humble Pie, what exactly the popcorn syndrome is. So just pay close attention. Okay, so here we are, the Dessert Chronicles of Humble Pie. We have chapter 13, Popcorn Syndrome. Sit back, relax, and just kind of let it digest as to what I'm saying, okay? On this journey we call life, you must come to realize that being a dreamer, failure won't be that far behind. We as dreamers think once we come up with an idea, we write out the plan and we set the goals. All we must do is pop that thing in a microwave and it'll come out fully popped. Not one kernel left behind. Steaming with possibilities. Everyone will support you. People will love you. And in a week, you'll be making $10,000 a week. Sitting on the beaches of the world. Ha, ha, and ha. Very funny. It's a good start, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone can dream, right? It's awesome to dream and have long-term and short-term goals. But I don't mean to bust your bubble, but let's be realistic. And everything we do is going to take time, patience, failure, tears, setbacks, etc. Even if we fail, we took the time to get there. You may find yourself starting over, rebranding, readjusting, reevaluating your life, redirecting your mindset, meditating on God's true will for your life. Just don't give up. Prime example, women are pregnant literally for 10 months. Most gain about 20 pounds, if not more. As hard as it is, we must understand we won't drop all that weight in a day, a week, even 6 months, especially after having multiple children back to back. You may drop at least 10 due to water weight. You may even lose a few more due to breastfeeding and the uterus contracting back into shape. But guess what? The journey isn't over, sunshine. The dreaded saggage, time to tone it up, that within itself is a complete dedication. Everything takes time, especially after multiple children. So, this is where discipline and time management come to play. Listen, I never really appreciated time the way I do now. I never wore a watch, used to use it for its purpose. When someone asked, what time is it? Habitually, one would look down at their wrist, but mine was used for a fashion statement. I never turned mine on. I would dig in my purse, pull out the phone to answer them. I just wasted about 7 seconds digging. Time is a valuable commodity. Time puts things into perspective, keeps you on track. To me, time is more valuable than our declining dollars. When you're on the deathbed, you made all the money possible in your lifespan. You don't want more money, you want more what? Time. I have to be on work on time. The wedding must start on time. I have to pick up my children on time from this mortgage charging daycare. This project has to be done on time. Time is the quintessential essence of getting it done. We live in an era where most strive for the popcorn success, but don't want to deal with the burnt kernels. We want to rush time, quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want things to happen overnight. We look for handouts via family, friends, the government. For what? Just to rush the process. We are entitled. When you're on this journey called life, God says it won't be easy. People say God won't give you more than you can handle. Well, let me clear that up. We don't fight against the natural. We fight against the spiritual realm, of course. So you can't handle it on your own. Naturally, what we assume we can't handle or think would take us out. God says you will make it. You honestly don't know what you can handle or can take on until it happens. Stay in your own lane and let God be God. He already told us that he has thrown out to the wolves, Matthew 10:16. But don't trip. Stand your ground and keep your head up and keep pressing. There's a quick story called The Elephant and the Dog. An elephant and a dog became pregnant at the same time. 3 months down the line, the dog gave birth to 6 puppies. 6 months later, the dog was pregnant again. 9 months on to give birth to another dozen puppies. The pattern continued. On the 18th month, the dog approached the elephant questioning, "Are you sure you're pregnant? We became pregnant the same date. I've given birth 3 times to a dozen puppies, and they're all full-grown dogs. Yet you are still pregnant. What's going on?" The elephant replied, "There's something I want you to understand. What I am carrying is not a puppy, but an elephant. I only give birth to 1 baby in 2 years. When my baby hits the ground, the earth feels it. When my baby crosses the road, human beings stop and watch in admiration. What I carry draws attention. So what I'm carrying is mighty and great. Whatever you are pregnant with, let it grow and marinate. Don't rush the process. Don't lose faith when you see others are receiving answers to their prayers. Don't be envious of others' testimony. If you haven't received your own blessings, don't despair. Say to yourself, my time is coming, and when it hits the surface of the earth, people shall yield in admiration. Stay encouraged. Y'all, let me explain something. I know this is a rough time for some of you all, and you just want to just hurry up and get it over with. You just want to just get the process over with. You see all the mountain tops, but you fail to see the valleys, the pits, and the lows. So let me explain. God has brought you at this moment in time for such a time as this. Don't rush your process. It's just like NFL players who go from the hood and the ghetto, come straight out of high school. No one ever took the time to teach them about money, stocks, and investing and things like that. And they just shoot them straight into the leagues, making 50 million some dollars or whatever the case their contract says. That's why they become broke in 2 years. No one ever took the time to teach them, to become a real mentor to them. They said, I've gone through so much hell that I'm ready to just skip past all of that. Forget all of that. Forget where I came from and just jump straight into the mountaintops. Trust your process. Use this last month to really put things in perspective. Because 2021, yes, it has been the best year yet for me. And for those around you, yes, I know a lot of things are happening. But don't develop that popcorn syndrome. Be blessed. Stay encouraged.